Talent is universal, but opportunity is not. Talent isn't determined by zip code or race, ethnicity, gender, or any other demographic characteristics. But opportunity still stubbornly correlates highly with wealth. Higher education, and particularly public higher education, is the best vehicle we know of to match the talent with the opportunity. When we're successful, we achieve something truly meaningful. We become the best engine of social and economic mobility that we know of.
The CSU's economic impact on California is massive. A 2025 economic impact report, the most analytically robust study we've ever commissioned, confirms that CSU-related spending supports over 210,000 jobs and $31.6 billion of industry activity, in addition to generating $2.3 billion of state and local taxes. Put another way, for every dollar the state invests in the CSU, we generate a return of approximately $7.70 in industry activity, a figure that jumps to more than $35 when you include alumni earnings. State resources entrusted to CSU have always been a prudent investment.
First and foremost, appreciate both of your presentations, both President Milliken and Chancellor Garcia, and know that there has been so much work that you all have been doing, not just to facilitate the work that is happening on your campuses, but dealing with the ongoing challenges that we've been facing with the federal government. And just want to acknowledge not just the policy implications, but also the financial impacts, the significant financial impacts that that's had on both the CSU and the UC. I wanted to give you all a moment just to speak a little bit to some of the financial impacts that your systems have faced as a result of cuts to grants to minority-serving institutions, the impact that that's had overall to student services, and if student services have been affected. I know that recently we saw the federal administration drop their lawsuit against DEI programs. So I'd love to hear some of the implications that that's had for you all and the services you're providing. In addition to that, the impacts of HR 1 and on the programs that you all are offering and on student aid. I know that HR 1 eliminated the Grad Plus program, which is, I know, a program that many students that are pursuing higher graduate degrees rely on, and some of the anticipated impacts and ripple effects that you foresee with the implementation of HR 1 coming up in the next few months.
Last year, the administration discontinued 29 MSI grants and 19 CSU campuses. The vast majority of the grants were for Hispanic serving institutions and Anapazi grants. These terminations have halted student support pipelines and equity initiatives such as Summer Bridge, peer mentoring, tutoring, and long-standing STEM programs like Ellis Lamp or You Rise. These are widening equity gaps and undermining progress on student success. Just two examples. Chico State lost a rural teacher training grant, removing dozens of student teachers from rural schools in the North State. Cal State LA lost an urban teacher training program that was training more than 300 student teachers at low-income schools.
In the past year, we've had 1,600 grants that have been affected by federal withdrawals of support. 1,200 of those have been temporarily reinstated. It's about $830 million worth, but they are currently under appeal. The reinstatement decision by Judge Lynn is appealed to the Ninth Circuit. So that leaves about 400 grants that are either suspended or terminated, about $170 million in research activity, which not only supports the direct research activity, but supports salaries for research team members, including graduate students, technicians, et cetera. We are, so that's over $1 billion total that is still under threat, either being withheld or under appeal today. We face, as I mentioned in my prepared remarks, challenges, enforcement actions at all 10 of our campuses and UC system-wide with regard to, that could threaten funding further. There was a recent lawsuit 2 weeks ago against, time flies, a week ago, against UCLA seeking penalties similar to what the government has attempted to impose under the voluntary resolution agreement last August. As you noted, we lost about $12 million in MSI grants for the last year. It has been appropriated for the coming year in Congress, but no change to the loss that we experienced last year. So we're doing what we can to try to make up for this with funds internally, and look forward to working with the state. We're enthusiastic supporters of a research bond proposal that would, while maybe not over time completely filling the void that would be left if the federal government's intentions were successful, but it's an enormously powerful statement that California is going to step up and continue the work that is so important, even if there are temporary reductions and significant ones from the federal government.